Lego Brickheads. Well, you know I gotta rate and rank all of those great sets. Well, most of them are great. Alright guys, this is my last video in my mini-series where I rate and rank each retiring Lego set within a theme. In this video, we are going to talk all about the Brickheads sets, all 18 of them that are scheduled to retire at the end of this year. And like I said, this is the last in this mini-series. But if you guys want me to do something else that I haven't covered on the Brick Fanatics retirement list, like Lego Dots maybe you want, leave it in the comments. No, I'm kidding. I think I've covered all the important themes. There's a few I've left out. Minecraft, I'm not going to get into that. Some of the seasonal stuff, but I want to keep it narrow to the videos that I've already done. Check out the video popping up in the top right. It's the first one in this mini series. It will give you a full explanation as to all the table datas and numbers that I'm using. And then check out all the previous ones: Harry Potter, Star Wars, Speed Champions, Marvel, ideas, icons, all kinds of good stuff. Kicking off the 18 retiring Brickhead sets, 17th and 18th place on my table are the two soccer-related Go Brick Me sets. I'm giving them both zeros. Sorry to everybody that's not in the United States, but here where I am, there is a very limited market for soccer-related sets, even though they both look really good. I love soccer. I played it all growing up. I've coached my kids, and if I were in Europe or somewhere else in the world, I'd be calling it football, and I'm sure I would love these sets. But at $20 and the narrow market where I am, I'm going to pass on both of these sets. 16th place is 75317, the Mandalorian and the Child. It does have 5 mentions with an E score of 2 on the cumulative table, but down here on the not top sets table, unfortunately it has 5 mentions against investing and reselling from all of the other Lego investing and reselling YouTube videos that I have watched. You would think, being Mandalorian and Star Wars and all these great Star Wars Brickhead sets, where a number of them have done pretty well in retirement, that this would be an automatic win, and a lot of people thought that when the set came out, but unfortunately it came out back in 2020, so it has over a 3-year shelf life, which is way too long for a Brickhead set. So I'm not going any higher than a 0.5 enthusiasm score, and it's $20 retail, but it's been 13 or even I've heard 10 at times. Everybody that wants this set has it, and they got it on a huge discount. 15th place is 40540, the seasonal lion dance guy. What a great looking Brickheads, but unfortunately the one comparable that I could find, which retired in 2020, is only up to $15 from 10. It's the dragon dance guy. Also looks awesome, but with just that one comparable and the one mention with an E score of 1 on the cumulative table, I put this guy in 15th place, and I too am doing an enthusiasm score of 1. Next up is 40495, Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Hagrid. And I just realized that I left my microphone over there about 2 feet and not right here where it should be. So sorry about the sound on the beginning part of this video. I tried to mask that with some post-editing as much as possible, but we'll get by. Live and learn. Back to this set, I'm only putting it in the 14th place. It got 6 mentions, but an E score of 1.8. I talked a lot about this set in my Harry Potter video. The general theme is that these are plain and underwhelming, and they're all downgrades from the previous Brickhead sets for each of these characters. I'll go through them real quick. Harry, this one is so much better from 2018. Hermione is great from 2018. Ron is fantastic from 2018. And while we're looking at it, Professor Dumbledore is awesome. And then even Hagrid from 2020 has a lot more personality, in my opinion. This set is just boring. I'm sure over a long period of time it will do okay, but not one that I am excited about. I actually already have a couple of copies, but I was able to get them pretty cheap. I don't remember what price. It already starts out pretty cheap at $25. Just a 1.9 for me. Now I'm going to give you 9th through 13th place all here at once. It's all the Disney, some classics, some more recent character sets. I think they'll all do generally well. They are 40477, Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I love those names and those guys. 40476, Daisy Duck. She's adorable. 40553, Woody and Bo Peep. 40377, Donald Duck. And 40550, Chip and Dale. Those two guys are awesome. For comparables, I just pulled up all of the Disney Brickhead sets, and as you can see, there are a lot of great ones, and some of them are doing really well. Some of them are lagging a little bit. but a lot of them are doing really well. Specifically, here's Ariel and Ursula from 20 to 87. This is a great set. And Anna and Olaf from 15 to 36. Elsa from 10 to 30. Buzz Lightyear to go with Woody and Bo Peep from a whopping 10 to 12, but this one retired at the end of last year and there was still stock around for probably 6 months into 2023. But with the new next installment of the animated movie, they will do just fine. Might have to hold on to them for a little longer, but they will go up in price soon. And then lastly, I wanted to show this set that is scheduled to retire at the end of the year, the 4-pack Disney Hunter Celebration, because all the sets that we just looked at that I'm going to put on the table complement well with this set. And this one is kind of the pinnacle of them all, being a Hunter Celebration. So let's go back to each of these. This one I'm putting in the 13th place, 5 mentions with an E-score of 1.6. It's pretty plain and it has a 2-year, 7-month shelf life, so I can't go any higher than giving it my own E-score of 2.0. Daisy, again, she is adorable with 4 mentions and an E-score of 2. Gonna put her in 12th place, and I'm gonna bump her up a little bit to 2.3. Good classic Disney character. Woody and Bo Peep, probably a little longer of a hold time like I talked about until the next movie comes out, but 6 mentions with an E-score of 2, putting them in the 11th position with my own E-score of 2.4. Donald is awesome, 2 mentions, an E-score of 2.5, so now we're getting up there on the cumulative table. I put him in our 10th spot, and I agree with the 2.5. The only issue with Donald is that it is almost a 4-year shelf life, so could be a long hold time, but it's super easy to store and take care of. The Brickheads, if you don't mind the small buy-in price, then I think Brickheads are a good theme to look at for investing. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. And then of this whole group, I'm putting Chip and Dale on the top, actually, even though they only got 5 mentions with an E-score of 2.2. I'm going to give them a 2.5, put them in the 9th place. I just think that they look very recognizable in the Brickheads form. They look like they have a lot of personality, and, you know, they're characters that I just like a lot. I just mentioned this Disney Hunter Celebration set being a good complement to all the other Disney sets, or vice versa, and perfect timing because I am putting this set in my 8th place. 14 mentions with a 2.7 on the cumulative table. Don't let the 8th spot fool you or concern you. I'm giving it a very high 2.8. This set is fantastic. The best part about it is that it will have a 11-month shelf life, but also the classic characters. I think there's some lack of buzz around this set because of the black and white Mickey and Oswald, so the colors aren't as bright. And I agree, I think it'll take people a little longer to warm up to this one, but I think that's a good thing. I think less people are investing in this, and a lot of people in the future will look back and realize, hey, when you have all those other colorful Disney Brickheads, you want to have the nod to the classic characters. And plus it comes with a very colorful Snow White and Tinkerbell. Great set, huge winner in my opinion. Looking at a couple of comparables, the original Mickey is up from 10 to 60 and Minnie up to 81 from 10. And then I think here is a semi-decent other example that's a little bit classic. Jack Skellington and Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, $20 to $73. I don't see how this set doesn't do really well. And so I'm very excited about the 2.8, and it's been on sale lately, which is weird. I guess maybe it's concerning that it's not very popular, but it's got to be flying under the radar, even if it's a little longer of a hold time. Totally worth it in my opinion. In 7th place is 40560 Professors of Hogwarts, and I can't believe this set is in 7th place. It really shows that there are a lot of great retiring Brickhead set this year. I've talked a lot about this set in the past. I went through it in my Harry Potter video. I just love this set. 13 mentions with an E-score of 2.6. 2 big reasons. These are such recognizable characters in Brickhead's form. Great personality, great detail, great expression. And if we look at the one other Harry Potter professor that's already been made in Brickhead's form, it's in this set, Professor Dumbledore, and it has tripled in value since 2018. My E-score is a 2.8. All right, I tricked you guys earlier when I said I was going to go through all of the Disney sets, but I held this one back. Goofy and Pluto, 40378. I'm putting it in the 6th spot. 3 mentions with an E-score of 2.3. This set is adorable. The only issue is that it is a 4-year shelf life, but I feel like some of these classic Disney character sets fly under the radar. I'm not too worried about that. Sure, it'll be a long hold time, but this set gets a 2.9 for me because Goofy is definitely adorable. That is so well done in Brickheads. form. But Pluto, now that where it's at. Look at his adorable little face. So yes, maybe this is more of an emotional score than an intellectual score, but I'm putting this set high on my list with a 2.9 enthusiasm score. Now in 5th place is Ahsoka Tano. We've all talked about this set a ton. 36 mentions with a 2.8. I'm giving her a 2.9. It's the 150th commemorative BRICKHEADZ, which I think means something. The fans picked it. People were hoping it might be something not Star Wars, but everybody knew that if you gave the fans the choice, it was going to be Star Wars, and I think Lego did a great job picking a really awesome character. 2-year shelf life, but Lego store exclusive like most of the BRICKHEADZ, so it's hard to stock up on these. I think the demand will be very, very high in retirement, and the supply will be pretty low, so I'm getting as many as I can. And with her show coming out and being pretty good, that is certainly going to drive up the interest and the value, assuming that this set still retires at the end of the year. Here's Leia from 2018, $10 to $23. Here's Chewie from 2018, 10 to 37. And even Kylo Ren and the Sith Trooper pack from 2020 is doing decent from 20 to 32. Obviously, we all think the Ahsoka set is going to blow all them out of the water, so fingers crossed that it all works out like that. Down to the top 4, and I still have 3 Minecraft BRICKHEADZ sets on the list. They all only got 1 or 2 mentions with, you know, an E-score of 1 and 1 with 2, and yes, the llama got an E-score of 3, so kind of surprising, but let's go through them. In 4th place is Alex, in 3rd place is Zombie, and in 2nd place is Llama. This llama is awesome looking. Zombie's great, and Alex is necessary. The reason I'm putting them in 2, 3, and 4 is because of their 9-month shelf life. That's cool. When I clicked over here, it was like a reskin. So if I go back and forth, I've got it positioned perfectly where we're reskinning between Alex and the zombie. But back to my scores on the sets. Yes, a 9-month shelf life. And if we look at the one and only other Minecraft BRICKHEADZ set, it's Steve and Creeper, retired in 2018. And it's only gone from $20 up to $100. That's awesome. Since we have Steve, we gotta get Alex. Goes into 4th place, Zombie into 3rd place, and the llama into 2nd place. But I'm giving them all an enthusiasm score of 3. I think these sets are gold. And last but not least is the Battle of Endor Heroes 40623, in my number 1 spot, of course, with a top score of 3.0. $40, 549 pieces, and 5 BRICKHEADZ, not the typical $10 per figure. Now, I get that Wicket and R2-D2 are a little small, but still, that's going to look like a deal to a lot of people. So Wicket here is great. First time, probably not going to get Wicket again. Leia in her Endor clothes, costume outfit. 2nd Leia, I think, but we won't get Leia in this outfit again. R2-D2, first time. Looks great, other than the head being too square, which bothers people. I don't mind it at all. It's the BRICKHEADZ form, so I like that. We'll likely get R2-D2 again. Here's Luke. Glad he's in the set, but pretty plain looking. And then Lando, first time for him. Probably won't get him again too, and he looks fantastic. Some other original trilogy BRICKHEADZ, Luke and Yoda. Yoda in the smaller size looks great. $15 to $46. Chewie, we've already looked at this one, but it's doing well. And Han, we looked at this one, and it's doing okay. And then Boba Fett, $10 to almost $50. And then this Princess Leia again. The original trilogy comparables are there, showing that these guys will do very well. And the other cool thing about this set is that of the approximately 30 Star Wars BRICKHEADZ characters made so far, you can get 5 of them now in one box. It's actually the first time that there has been a Star Wars BRICKHEADZ pack with more than 1 or 2 characters. And I did want to point out that this is a 40th year Return of the Jedi commemorative pack. But the biggest selling point with this set, which I purposely saved to the end, is the shelf life. It came out in April of 23, and so it is going to have a May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December 9-month shelf life, which is just crazy for a set this great. I know we're all keeping our fingers crossed that it doesn't drop off the retirement list each month that goes by, that it's still on there. It looks better and better. So this is obviously one to watch. Big caveat with me putting it top of my list: if it doesn't retire at the end of this year, then that changes everything. But if it does, it's top of my list with an enthusiasm score of 3. All right, to wrap up, here is my whole list and a lot of high scores. I'm looking at anything that is 2.3 or higher. The rest of them I'm not really going to look at, but all these Disney 1 and 2 packs along with the 4-pack Disney Celebration is great. The Hogwarts set is awesome. And then the 2 Star Wars sets should knock it out of the park. And then the 3 Minecraft sets with really short shelf lives are flying under the radar, in my opinion, and are just going to skyrocket in retirement. Those are all my thoughts and my hopes, of course, because I'm going to be getting a number of these sets. Thanks for watching this one. That's a wrap, and I will catch you in the next one.